Hello guys, this is me Nishi. In this video, I'm going to share the top 5 ways now that you should consider while solving DSA instead of watching tutorials. Tutorials take a hell amount of time when it comes to solving DSA by using them because okay, they help you understand the concepts really easily, but you're missing a core important skill, and that is solving the problems by yourself using your logic. It's important that you try to just see the question and solve it in a layman terms as to how a normal person would approach this question to solve it. If you are faced with a array, for example, if you are faced with an array and it says that you have to return true if you see a duplicate element in the array, like the elements, the data type is integer and you see the number twice, and you see the number 2 twice appearing in the array, and you have to return true and else false. So what a normal person would do, like just run a two pointer or probably just traverse to the array and iterate by one element and just store the element that you are seeing as of now, and just see that if you encounter that element that you had already before, that way you could solve the problem. So you see, you are just approaching a problem to a normal, like how a normal person would approach to a problem. So this is how you actually build logic in the long run, and slowly steadily you also come up to the optimized solution as well. So again, instead of watching tutorials, just do this, because I am someone who have watched a ton of tutorials for DSA. You just name it. I have listened to Kunal Kushwaha's DSA playlist, which was about Java. He used Java using solving the questions. I have listened to Love Bubber's playlist. Again, it was C++. Amazing. I learned a lot about STL, and I felt that hey, STL is super powerful when it comes to solving questions using C++ for DSA. I have listened to some of what Apna College playlist. Again, not a lot, but just a handful of videos. But again, I did that, and several other YouTubers as well. But now that I realize it, I did learn something. But what I was missing was me building my core logic to solve those questions. And now that I'm in my last semester of MCA and just 2 months pending to complete my masters, now that I'm focusing DSA with a whole different perspective, I am rather just seeing the question. I know it takes at times I'm not able to understand hey what the question is asked. So it's important that you just take your pen and take a paper and just write in a simple terms that hey what it's asked. At times the lead code is really tricky. Instead of saying ascending, it says non descending order, which itself means ascending. So yes, you have to take a pen and paper and write in your own terms. Like if I'm given an array of nums int, I just create a small box that hey this is an array, it's nums, and I have to do this and this. I don't write all the question, but I just make it so simple that I understand it, and that's the whole point, that you understand the question first, and that's when you could arrive on the answer. We what we did while solving tutorial, while seeing tutorials, is we just mindlessly watch and think that hey we are getting a good hang of it, but that's not happening. You have to take the passive learning into an active learning form, and that actually stays into your long term memory. Now that I'm solving DSA, if I could show if I could show my notes, I'm not solving I'm not writing a lot of notes when it comes to DSA as of now, but I am writing in a way that I could understand when I look forward to it. So again, if you could see, this is about longest consecutive sequence. Again, for the questions that I feel that hey I haven't fully understood them, I have written lecture or probably use ChatGPT to understand the question in a much better way. I would highly suggest to use AI instead of watching tutorials, even for solving questions that you feel that you didn't understand in one go. Hey, AI could just give you a dry run of it, and that actually makes it super simple to understand, because the pen and paper technique is amazing when it comes to doing DSA, and then you could write it. And just don't worry about the programming languages. I have done C++, I have done some questions in C++, Java, and now in Python, because now I'm looking for data analyst role. Again, I just don't want that hey when I'm encountered with a DSA question I don't know how to solve it in Python. And that's despite looking for a data analyst job, I'm still trying to do it, because being an IT student they might ask me the questions that I thought that hey I would be able to escape if I choose analytics. So the top 5 ways I would recommend is, first, follow a list. Yes, I'll link below the list that I am now using. It's by Aman Manzir and it's a Pareto principle list. So these are like those 20 questions that could be asked in 80% of the interviews that you are appearing for. And if not those questions are asked, the patterns that you are solving the question, that could be asked in a way like you solved two sum, but it wasn't asked in the interview. Instead it was